Yeah, so, first, congratulations to Dartmouth. They're a really good football team. We knew going into this game, you're not two-time defending champs because all of a sudden you're not a good team. Played a lot of close games, and so we knew we had our work cut out for us. I don't think we played particularly well, especially in the first half. We played much better in the second half, but all three phases of the game in the first half we got beat, and we actually, just from a coaching perspective, I think, how we prepped and how we, handled that first half, whether it was last game or whatever it was just not good enough. That's not very good football. So it was good to see the kids come back and fight in the second half, play hard. That's characteristic of who we are, and so forth and so on. I will say, just to be candid, and I think I'll talk to Tim just later on, just this group of kids that I'm coaching is a great group of kids. And 25 years of coaching, or 24 years of coaching, whatever it is, this hurts like no other. I want very desperately for this team to experience success and results, because the way they practice, the way they work, they're a very, very fun group to coach. I will remember the 2022 Brown Bears as a group that worked exceptionally hard and were very fun to coach. So I want them to experience success, and I want them to know that Brown football, as we experience success in the years to come, owes them a great debt. We kind of recruited these guys in a dark period in this program's history, and they've done a tremendous service to the program, to the school, working hard. So it literally kills me inside to not get them a little bit more on-field success, because they're such a terrific group of players to coach. So I guess that's all I got, Tim. I don't know, same questions.
Questions from the media.
Coach, you talk about its position and possession. They had the ball all game, and your defense was in a tough position. What can you say about how the game played out that?
Yeah, well, I think pace of play, we're trying to play fast, and the pace of, they totally controlled the pace of play. But, our inability to be efficient and move the ball, credit to their defense, was pronounced, obviously. So, especially in the first half. So, they did a very good job of controlling the pace of play, and they executed also. So that's a recipe for victory, right? Whatever your pace of play is, and they controlled it. We would want to play at a faster pace of play. So from that perspective, it was credit to Dartmouth. They did a really good job controlling the pace of play.
And the turnovers were killers.
Yeah, I mean, we really struggled, generally speaking, to move the ball. There have been weeks this year where we have moved the ball well and turned the ball over. So, I think we need to get that corrected. As far as today goes, they just did a very good job defensively. Over the course of the game, we really struggled generating offense. I thought we were physical at times. I think on both sides of the ball we were physical at times, but we tremendously struggled generating offense.
You've seen Nick Howard for a couple of years. What can you say about? And he's a beaten up kid, but he played hard today. What can you say about what he brings to this program?
Yeah, I mean, you're 100% right. Nick's an excellent player. Anytime you talk about a championship player, a two-time championship player, all those things, I'm sure there's a lot of fond memories of him up here for a lot of games. And, going into this game, we knew he'd suit and play, and it's a credit to him that he did. And, I think their whole team they work, they fight, and I think in this league right now there's a ton of parity. It's back, it's back to kind of more of a parity league right now, and all these close games that we played, all these close games that they played, one thing goes one way or the other, and I know everybody also says, oh, if this guy hadn't gotten hurt or this guy hadn't done this, that, and the other, all these close games would go their way. But yeah, it's a very, very tight league again, and I'm sure in the years to come it'll remain that way.
Dartmouth just provided so many different looks in the run game. They have 3 backs that they regularly, also a couple of quarterbacks who can carry the ball. Do you think that contributed to the struggles you guys had stopping the run, that they just brought so many different looks there?
Yeah, and I think they're an effective run team. I mean, going into this game, we knew they were an effective run team that throughout the year had played well, and just their record was definitely not reflective of what type of team we were playing. So we were definitely not going to be caught off guard by the fact that we were playing a good team today who could run the ball well. I think the pace of play also benefited just running the ball, right? We were ineffective. I'm sure it was very obvious we were not effective at scoring the ball. So when you're running the ball on the other side of the field, your life's a lot easier than if the opponent is scoring on you.
Did you hear what happened down at Princeton?
I didn't, just in passing, just from that perspective. Can someone fill me in? Why don't you guys go ahead?
Penn has a 1st and goal at the 1. They score in essentially the last play of the game, and ends up that you guys kept Penn from the Ivy League championship.
Oh, is that right? Because Yale won. Yale beat Harvard. Yeah, well, congratulations to Yale. They're a hell of a team. I know they played, exceptionally well down the stretch. And I think, circling back to my guys, and we've seen in this league how quickly things can flip. And I've been in the league a long time. And the only way, though, that it happens is, your seed group of kids, which is what we have, right? And it stinks to go 3-7 with this group because they're very they want it, So, but the league is such that you talk about a team like Penn who flipped it in 1 year, but realistically, Penn a year ago had a lot of close games, a lot of things kind of go against them, and all of a sudden their record, everyone points to their record a year ago, but that's the nature of the Ivy League. And that'll be my focus with this team moving forward, making sure that every ounce of my energy will be put into getting us where Brown football should be, which is contending for a championship.
Was that the focus of your timeout right toward the end? Just a chance to pull the team aside and say?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important that you play the game to the end, of course. And for our guys who've never quit and really been through some tough times. I mean, you have to remember this senior group. You're coming in on the heels of we hadn't won a game in this league in 2 years, right? And they commit to Brown, they commit to Brown football, and then they come here and we grind them as coaches. I'm a very demanding guy, and they do that for 4 years. So we're certainly going to play the full 60. That's not, there's no way we wouldn't try to play the full 60.
One final question, if anybody has one.
What are going to be the top priorities for your program this offseason?
Well, first things first is tomorrow and tonight, I got to celebrate what these guys have done because I really want it to be appreciated. I think having my last game, obviously you win a championship, or I was an assistant here at Brown, we won a championship and all that. That's the easy part. But if anybody associated with this program, we have a banquet tomorrow, does not celebrate these kids, they're crazy. I know the outcome is not what we wanted. It kills us. But we're gonna tomorrow have our banquet and celebrate the efforts and the type of kids that we have here, and the ones that are you know, we have 3 fifth years, and then our seniors as well.